Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the documentary The Human Trial from directors Lisa Hepner and Guy Mossman, and this focuses on behind the every breakthrough are patients who risked everything for everybody else in this story of testing on new pancreas for people who have diabetes. And this is quite an interesting story because what's potentially challenging here is that Hepner is also a patient. So there's obviously a lot here to connect one of the directors of the film to what's going on here in terms of these human trials on trying out these emitters with new cells to see if they can produce insulin on their own. And obviously, she's very close to the story. It's very personal for her. And I think that's potentially challenging in terms of portraying a documentary because you're not going to be the most unbiased here. But it also gives a lot of passion and emotion to it. And that might be more effective as a viewing experience because you do feel for her. There's a few patients here that things don't always go right. And there's some deeply moving and poignant moments in this film where you just feel the gravity of the struggle, the pain, and the loss of hope. And every time there's a new roadblock for one particular woman who feels like it's just nonstop roadblocks, and just watching her break down throughout this film is tragic. From that character-wise, quote-unquote, it's really effective in terms of seeing the way that these people go through this process and see how they react to what's happening, what's working, what's not working. This is a very emotional and moving experience. It's informative. It has little details that I appreciated from a storytelling perspective. Them trying to explain what happens with diabetes. They had like these little hand drawings, and then there was just this particular moment in terms of like that exposition. It was done in an interesting way. And I appreciate when a documentary can do things like that to shake things up and make it a little bit more dynamic. But in general, this is a film that will grab you. It has its ups and downs. It feels like something that somebody could have written, but it's playing out in real life and gives it that added weight. This is an impactful documentary. I definitely think it's worth checking out. And it also gave me a lot more perspective on diabetes, the struggle of diabetes, especially because my grandfather had diabetes my whole entire life. And this kind of gave me a better perspective on potentially what he was dealing with. And I definitely think this is a worthwhile experience, and it's both informative and moving. So, hits on both of those levels. And you could definitely tell this is a personal touch. But those are my thoughts on The Human Trial. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.